Hey, good morning, Life Coach Church. Welcome to day 2 of the 21-day fast. If you haven't signed up yet, there's time to sign up. So please go on our website or text in church and get signed up for it. I've read some of your submissions already about what God is asking you to fast from, and then what also your expectations for the season is. And I'm excited to hear God's fulfillment of those expectations over the course of these next few days, that God is going to do great things. And one of the most important things that I believe that God is going to do is God is going to position ourselves in such a way that we can be better husbands and wives, we can be better family members, we can be better men and women of God that are going to point and reach our community for Christ, to point people to Christ. Amen? And so God is going to do some wonderful things. And so sometimes before He pushes us in the directions that He's called us to do, He wants us to sit and rest at His feet. And so there are seasons when God doesn't just push us harder, He invites us to lie down. And Psalms 23 reminds us that rest is not a reward for exhaustion. It is a gift from a loving shepherd who knows what our souls need. And green pastures and still waters are not places of striving, but of surrender. And so there are places where we can stop performing, we can start striving, and we can start trusting in His plan, start trusting in Him. As we set aside this season to fast, we're choosing to slow our pace and quiet our appetites, quiet our minds, so that we can clearly hear the shepherd's voice. He's talking to you. He wants to speak to you. And sometimes it takes a moment for us to position ourselves in such a way that our ears can hear what He's saying. And so fasting is not about deprivation, it is about alignment. It creates room for God to restore what has been worn down, where we've been distracted, where we've been overextended. It's stepping away from what normally sustains us so that God can sustain us, that God becomes the source Himself. And so notice that He restores our soul before He leads us forward. We believe strongly that God is leading us as Life Coach Church and leading each and every single one of you to do big things in 2026, to partner with what God is doing at Life Coach Church so that we can reach a community around us, a community that's broken, a community that's hurting, a community that's searching for an answer. And that, we believe, is Jesus. I know that you believe that too. And so He wants to get us to a place that we're not distracted by things so that we can hear His voice and be pointed in those right directions. We can hear His voice about what people need and how to partner with people. And so may this season of fasting be marked not by pressure, but by peace. Not by striving, but by stillness. And as you rest in God's presence, trust that He is restoring you and gently guiding you in the right path for His glory and for your good. And so one of the things that I also want to challenge you is come to church on Sundays for the next several weeks so that we can partner well together, that we can hear what God is doing within our church. That's part of the fast, is coming in alignment, not just with God, but with each other, that we gather together to say, you know what is God doing in our hearts? What is God doing in our lives as Life Coach Church so we can partner well with what He is doing? I believe very strongly that God is going to open up doors in this season so that you can realize what God's gifts are on the inside of you. That He's going to open up doors for you to realize how to step into maybe hard places so that you can be healed and you can be restored, so that you can begin to walk out what God has for you. And that through that, people are going to be changed. Lives are going to be changed. Families are going to be restored. Young people are going to come to a saving knowledge of Him and begin to walk out their purposes. They don't have to walk out the hard stuff like we had to, but they're going to walk out the easy stuff because they're going to find a love in God, and find a relationship with God that is going to partner with who they are and what God is going to do in their lives. And so I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for 2026, and part of this fast is making sure that we become aligned with what God is doing so that we can be ready for what He's going to do in 2026. Have a blessed day. I'm praying for you. If you need anything, please reach out. We are wanting to partner with you in this season. So look forward to what God is going to do and what God is saying to you. Amen.